The Quiet World by Jeffrey McDaniel. Before I begin, I'd like to give a little background. Jeffrey McDaniel was an American poet born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He has published a total of 5 books of poetry and was also included in slam poetry and was even competing in the National Poetry Slams into the 1990s. Now a reading from the poem The Quiet World. In an effort to get people to look into each other's eyes more, and also to appease the mutes, the government has decided to allot each person exactly 167 words per day. When the phone rings, I put it to my ear without saying hello. In the restaurant, I point at chicken noodle soup. I am adjusting well to the new way. Late at night, I call my long-distance lover proudly. Say I only used 59 today. I saved the rest for you. When she doesn't respond, I know she's used up all her words, so I slowly whisper, I love you, 32 and a third times. After that, we just sit on the line and listen to each other breathe. The Quiet Place by Jeffrey McDaniel may be a short love story, but it has great meaning to me and to many others. It is a fictional place, possibly in the future, but the reader is left unsure. From what we can gather, the characters live in a world where the government only allows a certain amount of words to be said a day. They do this for one simple reason, and I quote, to get people to look into each other's eyes more. I believe McDaniel writes this to express his dissatisfaction with the modern human interaction. I believe he used the mutes, in my opinion, as a form of mockery, as a joke, but they could also be used as a lesson to learn from. He may have put them into this poem as a way for people to see what their life would be without saying any words. And these mutes are practically professionals at making eye contact and communicating, so they're an example of what people should be looking at in order to live their day-to-day life. The first character is introduced in the second stanza. He begins to give examples of how he is coping with the new ways, and states that he is adjusting well. The second character is introduced in the third stanza, who we come to find out is the lover of the first character. It turns out they're in a long-distance relationship, which basically is the reason I chose this poem, but I'll touch on that in a little bit. He continues to tell his lover that he hasn't used all of his words and saved every last word just to talk to her. This action shows the reader just how much he loves her. In the final stanza, his lover can't say any words, so the first character, or even the speaker, just repeats, I love you, until he is out of words to say for the rest of the day. The poem ends with them enjoying the company of each other just by breathing. I believe the main reason this poem relates to people is to imagine. Imagine a world where communication is limited. After reading it, I was left wondering how my life would compare. You see, I'm in a long-distance relationship as well. I can relate to this poem on many levels. For one, my girlfriend loves to talk, so breathing would probably be our main way of talking. And two, I'm not a man of many words, so I too would probably save as much words as possible just to FaceTime her by the end of the night. Imagine a government forcing this punishment upon you. Imagine your words being limited and analyzed every second of the day. I ask you, what would you say with your 167 words a day? Thank you.